He struck the table so hard the plates rattled. "You and that kid of yours are nothing but freeloaders." The words cut through the room like a blade. For a moment, everything went still. My mother didn't even blink. Just smiled, that quiet, triumphant smile that told me she'd been waiting for this moment. The irony was almost laughable. The house they sat in, the food they were eating, the bills that kept this place running. Everything belonged to me. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't have to. You both have 24 hours to leave. The air seemed to thicken. My father's expression twisted, caught between anger and disbelief, while my mother's smirk began to falter. That was the moment they realized they no longer held control. 2 years earlier, I had welcomed them in. After my father's retirement and the collapse of the savings he'd mismanaged, I offered them my home, out of respect, out of love, and if I'm honest, out of guilt. They always said, "Family looks after family." I wanted to believe that. This house had been my fresh start. After the divorce, I built it piece by piece, saving every penny, wanting something steady for my son Ethan and me. For a while it felt like safety. But once my parents moved in, things changed. It began with advice, my dad suggesting better ways to manage my money, my mom hinting I should be more thankful, less focused on work. Then came the criticism about how I was raising Ethan. Little remarks slipped in under smiles. A real father would, or "you shouldn't let him." I stayed silent, thinking patience meant peace, until one night I overheard them. I was heading down the hallway when I heard my father's voice, sharp and mocking. "She thinks she's doing us a favor, letting us stay here. She forgets who raised her." My mother's tone followed, low and bitter. "Let her think that. We'll play along until we get what we want. She owes us that much." I stood in the dark, listening, feeling something inside me go still. I'd grown up believing their manipulation was love, that guilt was family loyalty. But that night, I saw it clearly. It was control. So I planned, not from anger, but from clarity. I reviewed the property papers. Everything was in my name. I learned the eviction laws, made copies, prepared notices. Quietly, I closed the joint accounts they convinced me to open for convenience. I changed every password, sold the old car my father refused to repair, and made the calls to utility companies. Step by step, I took back what was mine. Then I tucked Ethan into bed one night and told him, "We're going to have peace soon." He smiled, sleepy but sure. Maybe he understood more than I thought. The breaking point came at Sunday dinner. My mother's favorite kind of stage play. Roast on the table, wine poured, fake warmth in her voice. "So," she asked, "how's work?" "Spending a lot of late nights." "Anyone special?" Translation: "You're failing again." My father was already half drunk, his voice louder with each sip. "Must be nice, huh? Sitting in that fancy office while we keep this place running." I stare at him. The man who once told me I'd never be enough, now sitting in a home I built with my own hands. Then he said it, his final mistake. "You and that kid are freeloaders." I didn't yell. I just slid an envelope across the table. "This is your notice. You have 24 hours. At first, he laughed. Then he read it. His laughter died. My mother's fork paused midair. I repeated, softly, "You're no longer welcome here." The next day was quiet. No shouting, no bargaining, just the sound of boxes being filled. My mother tried guilt one last time. "After everything we did for you." I met her eyes and said, "Exactly." When they finally left, their car seemed smaller than ever as it rolled down the driveway. My father didn't look back. My mother did. For a heartbeat, I thought she'd say something, but she didn't. That night, the silence was heavy, almost sacred. Ethan wandered in barefoot, hair a mess. "Are they gone?" "Yeah," I said. He nodded. "Good." We ate quietly. For the first time, the house didn't feel crowded. It felt ours. Later, I noticed an old photo album left on the counter. Family trips, birthdays, all those stage smiles. I flipped through a few pages, then closed it. People think revenge is loud, fiery, destructive. But real revenge, real justice, is calm. It's taking back your life without shouting. It's walking away unburned because you built your escape long before the fire started. As I locked the door behind me that night, I didn't feel angry anymore. I just felt free.